All of you, welcome back once again. In this video, I'll show you how you can do the entire setup of health management tab. So here I'm on the blockchain coder. You can simply type health tab and you will find the application. So this is the project which I have already explained in detail that how you have to do the setup. So make sure to watch this video. In that every single thing is explained, but still I'm recording it to show you that how you can do the setup. So make sure to come here and download the starter file, and if you take the final source code, how you can do the setup, that's what I'm going to explain. So I have downloaded the source code already. So this is the zip file you will get when you will download the source code. And when you go to extract this file, you will get this folder in which you will have the complete source code of this particular project, which I have shown you in this particular demo. So make sure to watch this demo. I have explained every single thing. So this is what exactly you will get in the final source code. So this is the folder we have to open. So make sure to install zip extractor in your system. Then you can able to extract this particular folder. So what I will do, open my VS Code. I'll go back to open, I'll go back to desktop, download, and there I have the folder. I'll simply drag and drop here and I'll click on this cancel. Let's make on the big screen and let me give you a complete walkthrough of the folder and file structure we have designed for this particular project and what are the requirements you need to have in your system. So the very first folder you will have is the component in which you will find all the component we have developed for this particular project. We have the global, we have the React icons, we have the SVG, and we have our brand color, which I have already explained in the video. So make sure to watch this video first. Like this video, watch it till the end. You will understand every single thing. In this video, I will show you how you can do the setup. So this is our component. This is our context constant in which we are keeping all the network configuration. And here we have the index file. There we have all of these variables. So you don't have to make any changes. Every single thing is going to be dynamic and you have to provide the environment variable. So this is the context. Here we have our contract. So this is the huge contract we have coded and that's what we're going to deploy. The next one we have is the page. So it's going to be a single page application. And here we have done the wallet configuration and the context management setup. And here we have the entire code for our application. Close this one, close this one. We have the public. We are keeping all the CSS file, JavaScript, and the icons and the images. That's all you will find here. The next one we have is the script. So this is the script we're going to run for deploying our smart contract. Got it? I'll simply close this one, come back here. We have the style in which we have this global CSS, and there you will find we have written the custom CSS. That's all you will find. Just keep it as it is. Close this one, close this one. And here we have the environment variable. So here you have to provide your environment variable. I'm going to deploy this contract on Ethereum test network hostly. So you have to get your own RPC URL. You can see this will not work. You have to get your own RPC URL for the hostly, and you have to get your own wallet private key which you're going to use for deploying the contract. So that's what I will show you how you can get it. Close this one, come back to the front-end environment variable, and here you have to provide all of these details. So you have to deploy your contract and you have to provide the address of your contract, and you have to get your own OpenAI key which you have to provide. Then you can able to ask the AI. So make sure to watch that video first. And here we have the different prices which we are charging. So doctor registration fee, appointment fee, and patient registration fee. I'm going to test this application on Hostly test network because I have already explained and show you how you can do the network configuration on the test network using localhost. So you can simply watch this video if you want to do the configuration in the localhost and test. And right now in this video, I'm going to deploy to Hostly. And here you have to provide your wallet address, which you're going to use for deploying the contract. And you have to get your own Pinata API key and secret key because this will not work. You have to get your own. So these are the environment variable you have to provide. Got it? Now you can come back to the code setup and there you will find I have given all the instruction that how you have to do the setup. So if you watch this video till the end, the video I'm recording, you can able to do the setup completely. Close this one. Here we have the hard hat setup, which I have already explained extensively in that particular video. So make sure to watch it. Here we have the hard hat configuration. So don't need to make any changes. I'll tell you what are the changes you have to do. Here we have the Hardhat account. So here you will find all the accounts which Hardhat will provide you when you will run the local node. So you can easily able to import this account. By default, Hardhat is going to use this particular account as an admin and you can able to have control. So only this account will have the control over admin, and you can simply import the private key and you can do the testing if you're testing locally. And these are the other accounts which you can use for doctor and other key data. Okay, close this one. Here we have the next config, just keep it as it is. We have the packages and file. We are using the most stable version of the packages. So just keep it as it is. Don't make any changes. We have the readme file. There I have given all the instruction which you can have a look. And here we have the setup video. I have already given you a couple of other video which you can follow. So this is the setup video. Here we have the complete video URL. So make sure to watch it. Then you can able to understand. Got it? So let's close this one. Now what I'm going to do is first I have to get the environment variable. So first we'll start with our environment variable in this one. So I'm going to deploy to host clay. So what we can do, we can come back to this particular site to get the RPC URL, type AR and click on this, the very second link. This is a very powerful website which allow you to get the RPC URL for multiple blockchains. So make sure to create your account because right now the global API endpoint is no longer valid. So you have to create your account and sign in. So once you will sign it, you have your name reflecting here. I'll click on this chain list and then you will find all the blockchain which we have. So currently I'm going to deploy to Hostclick. So make sure to test on Hostclick. And once you do the successful test, after that, do the experiment from your end. So I have the Ethereum. I'll click on this copy endpoint. I'll go back to testnet and click on Hostclick. Simply copy that one. And that's what you have to provide. That's what you have to provide. Paste here and paste here. So this is what I have given. Now you have to get your wallet private key, which you're going to use for deploying the contract. So what I will do, I'll simply close this one and I will come back to my MetaMask and I'm already connected with the Hostclick. So I'll simply say, you can see I'm connected with the Hostclick network. I'll simply come back to account number 6. So currently I'm connected with account number 6 and you will find that I have this much fund. So I have enough fund for deploying the contract and testing. But in your case, if you don't have this fund, you can easily able to get it. So let's talk about first network configuration. So if I come back here, you can see I have already done the network configuration. So you can simply click on add custom network and you can provide all of these details. All of these details. So what I will do, I'll simply come back here and I can show you the edit. I have given the name. I have given the RPC URL, the chain ID, and the block explorer. So let me do it right in front of you. I'll simply change the network and I'm going to simply delete this one. So I can show you that how you can do the configuration because these are the basic things you have to know. So click here. I'll simply give my name. So I'll say Hostclick. I have to give the RPC URL. So you can simply click here and you can provide the RPC URL we have copy. Remember, this is the RPC URL we have copy. There are multiple providers, but I'm using this one. So copy this one and that's what I have given. Click on add URL. Now you have to give the chain ID. So the chain ID is 70,000 and we have the symbol is going to be ETH. And here you have to provide the URL. So I'll just keep it as an optional. You can simply go to Etherscan and from there you can get it. Or you can simply come back here, go back to context, constants, and there you will find that we have done the configuration for the local host. So I'll simply come back Hostclick and this is the Etherscan explore URL. Simply copy that one and that's what you can provide. Click here, add, provide it and save it. This is one way you can add it. So we have added the network successfully. Now you can come back here, click here, and you will find that it's going to fetch out the balance and it will say this much fund I have. Now to get the fund, you can simply come back here, type Google Web3 Cloud. You will find the very second link, click here, and you will come back here. And from here, you can able to select all the networks. So currently they have Sofali, we have Ethereum, Hostclick, and that's what I'm going to use it and claim my faucet. So I'll simply select here. I'll copy the address and that's what I'm going to provide here and click on this send and it's going to transfer the ETH to your wallet address. So you can see I have got this particular error because I have transferred already yesterday and I have to wait for 24 hours. But in your case, you will get the fund and you can see I have already enough money in my wallet for making the transaction. If you want to get more fun, test faucet, you can watch this video in which I have explained how you can mine your own faucet and transfer to your wallet address. Okay, so I have enough fun in my wallet and this is the account which I'm going to use for deployment. So first I will copy this particular address. I'll come back. I'll close this one. I'll come back to front end and here I have to provide the admin address. I got the admin address. Now I have to get the private key of this particular wallet. So I'll simply click here. I'll go back to account details. I'll click show private key. I'll give my password and I'll press hold and I'm going to simply copy my private key. So let me do that quickly. So finally, I have copied my private key successfully. Now I will come back to my code and here I'm going to provide my private key. So you should never ever share your private key with anyone else. So let me quickly provide that. So finally, I have provided my private key in my environment variable. Now I have to provide all the variables right up here in our frontend local. So we have to get the contract and the OpenAI key. So I have already explained how you can get your own OpenAI key. To get the OpenAI key, you can come back here in the read documentation. They have given the URL or you can able to find the docs that how you can get it. Here you will find the details. You can simply copy this particular one URL, open a new tab, close this one. paste here, hit enter, and you will come back to the API reference section. So make sure to create your account. Right now, OpenAI have removed their free credit. So if you want to use OpenAI in your project, you have to buy the credit, because right now the free API credit is no longer available. So let me quickly get into my account. And here I'm back into my account. I'll simply click on my dashboard and I will come back to my dashboard. So to get the API key, I can simply click here, API key, and you will find that I have already created bunch of API key. So to create API key, make sure to click on this new secret key and you can able to give the name. So I'll say OpenAI. I can have a default and click on this create secret key. I'll simply create and I'll copy. Done. So I have created my API key. You will find that it's reflecting fine. You can come back to the uses and then you will find that your plan. So currently I have invested $20 and that's what you will find. So I can able to use it. Right now I'm not using it. That's why you can see it's empty, but I have invested my $20 and I have got some credit. So make sure once you create your account, you must have some credit. Then you can able to make a call to OpenAI. Or if you don't want to use OpenAI, just keep it as it is. There's no problem in that because our application is very flexible. You can simply turn off the AI system we have in the app. So I have simply copied and that's what I'm going to provide. Close this one. Let me provide the key. And that's what I'm going to provide here. So as of now, I'm just going to keep it as it is because I'm going to paste it later because it's my actual valid key. Here you have to decide that how much money you have to charge as a fee. That's what I have given. You can come back here and I am deploying the contract to Hostly. That's the network I have activated. And here we have the currency. So if I come back to the constant, there you will find that this is the exact configuration I have done. So all you have to do is to simply activate the network where you want to deploy. So I'm activating Hostly because that's the name I have given, Hostly. So there are multiple network which you can simply deploy and do the testing, but make sure to do a proper configuration. I've already explained, I'm getting all the environment variable and I'm simply passing on. So this is the network where I'm going to deploy. I have got this particular one. Now you have to get your key and secret key. So this is the two things you have to get. So all you have to do is to come back to the browser. I'm going to close this one and type Pinata Cloud. And this one is a really powerful site which allow you to upload your document to the IPFS. So make sure to create your account, verify account. And when you create your account for the very first time, it will take up to 3 to 4 hours. After that, you can able to have the full control over the Pinata IPFS. So make sure to create your account and verify. I'll click on login because I already have my account. And finally, you can see I'm logged into my dashboard and there you will find all the files which I have uploaded to IPFS. So to get the API key, come back here in the API key section. And here I have already created a bunch of API key, which you will find bunch of API key. To create a new one, you can click here and I can call this, let's say, health. You can call whatever you want. I want to have the access of all of these features, the legacy endpoint. That's all I want to have. And I want to have an admin level control. So I'm using a free account. In the free account, you can use up to 5 GB storage, which is enough. So I'll click on this create and it's going to simply create the API key and secret key for me. So I'll simply copy this one. Make sure you have to use your own API key and secret key. It's free to create account and use it because after this project, I'm going to delete this key and it's not going to work. So I'll provide that. Now I'm going to come back here. I'll simply copy this one. And that's what I have to provide right up here. So I got my keys. So I got this one, I got this one, the network. This is where I'm going to deploy. This is my keys. And here I have to get my contract. I have done with the setup in my environment variable for the deployment. Everything is good. Now I will simply close this one, close this one. Now I'm going to simply do the installation and deploy the contract. So first open up your terminal and I want to show you my node version. So if I show you my current node version, I have this one. And this node version is not compatible with the package model we are using because we are using Hardhat. And Hardhat is not compatible with the latest model. We have to use a specific node version if you want to use Hardhat in our environment. So if I come back to the Hardhat setup, there you will find that I've already given you the complete instruction. You must install this particular node version. And by default, this account is going to be the admin of the contract when you are testing locally. But we are not testing locally. We are deploying to the Ethereum test network. But you have to simply downgrade your node version to this. That's the requirement. And I've already explained you in detail that how you can simply downgrade your node version. So you can simply come back here. You can watch this video in which I have already explained how you can simply downgrade your node version. This one is very important. You have to understand how you can downgrade your node version and how you can have the required node version. This one is very important. So watch this video. So what I will do, I'll simply come back here. I have this node version. If I show you my NPM version, I have this one, but this one is not compatible. I have to use a specific node version, and I have already installed NVM. NVM stand for Node Version Manager. So if I show you NVM-V, I have the required version, and now I can able to toggle between different node version. So make sure to do the proper installation of NVM. After that, you can able to simply control the node version. So I'll simply say NVM. I have to use this 18.17.1 and hit enter. The moment I will do, it will throw me this particular error. So it's saying that NVM, not NP, sorry, it's my bad. It's NVM use, and it will be 18.17.1 and hit enter. Now it will automatically downgrade my node version to the required one and the npm package. If I show you my node-v, you will have, I have the required one. So the moment I will simply click this delete, it will automatically switch back to the latest one, because this is the configuration and default configuration you will also have in your system. You can see it will be come back to the normal one. So make sure to don't close it after you downgrade your node version. So I'll simply come back here. I'll go back to the previous version. I got the required one. I can check my node version one more time, and I have the this required one. Got it? Now I have to do the installation. So first you have to downgrade your node version, and then you have to do the installation. Simply type npm I, and it's going to do the installation of the project. It might take a little bit time, so just wait. Once the installation will complete, we are ready to deploy our contract. But again, I would encourage you to watch this videos. This video must watch this one and this one. This one is the complete video. You can watch this one. After that, you can watch this video, which I'm telling you how you can do the setup of the finance source code. It's really basic. Only one student is facing this problem. That's why I'm re-recording this to show you that how you can do the setup. And finally, we have done with the installation. You can see I'm getting a couple of warnings, but just ignore this one because we are focusing on stability. We are using the latest node version and the old packages, and we are combining it to focus on stability. So just ignore this one. It's not that important. Now, I'll simply clear up my terminal. We have done with the installation. Make sure you should not close this. Otherwise, change the node version. So I have done with that. Now I have to deploy my contract. So you can see if I come back to the hardware config file. So we're going to deploy to Hostly. We have given our RPC URL already in our environment variable. This is chain ID. So this is the configuration I have done for Hostly. If you want to use any other network, make sure to simply do the exact configuration and provide the relevant detail based on the network. So I'll simply come back to the packages and file, and there you will find that I have this particular command, Hostly, because I'm targeting Hostly. This is the script I'm going to run. So this is the one which I have to call for deploying the contract. So what I will do, I'll simply come back here. I already have enough fund in my wallet to deploy the contract. So I'll simply copy this one command and type npm run and paste the command deploy and hit enter. And it's going to deploy the contract to Hostly network. You can see we have initialized Hostly, and it might take a little bit time. Sometime the Hostly network will be in maintenance mode or unresponsive. In that scenario, you can test on a different network. Okay, because every network goes through the maintenance. You can see we have compiled our contract, and once it got compiled successfully, you will find that you got the artifact. Inside the artifact, you will have the API of your contract. This is the complete API of the contract. So now what you have to do, you can simply come back here. We have the context. You can simply drag and drop the API and click on move and click on replace. So you should always get the latest API which you will get. You can see our contract is deployed successfully. You can simply copy this one, and that's what you can check. Let me close this one. Come back here, type etherscan, click here, go back to the Hostly, and you can paste here and click on search. Right now you can see the network is not in maintenance mode. Every single thing is working fine, but when it will go in maintenance mode, you will have the notification. And in that scenario, you might get a message that the network is busy or it will have an error. But right now, every single thing is fine. Got it? So we have done with that. Now, what I will do, I'll simply come back here. So we got our contract. Now simply copy that. And that's what we have to provide here. That's what we have to provide here. Save it. Now let's bring this down. Check one more time that we have all of these details. And I'm going to keep it the OpenAI as it is. And every single thing is good. So we have done with all the environment variable. Got it? I'll simply close this one and close this one. Now we are ready to test our application. Still, I have the same node version. Every single thing is working fine. Now I have to simply clear up my terminal, and we have to execute this particular command. This one, def command. Type npm run def. The moment I will do that, it's going to simply start our application on localhost 3000. You can see we are getting a couple of logs, And then you will find all the details. Our application got started on localhost 3000. So you can simply copy the URL from here, and you can come back to the application, open a new tab, and paste here. Hit enter. You will find that this is what exactly you will see. Just a moment. This is what exactly you will see. It will automatically open this particular network configuration and is going to fill out all of these details. So you can see this is what I'm getting. So what I have to do, come back here. I'll simply minimize this one and I'll simply close this one. I'll come back to my environment variable, or I can come back here in the context constants, and you will find that here we have provided the RPCUR manually. So this is the one which I have provided manually, but this particular one is no longer valid because we have to use the one which we have generated. So what I will do, so I have copy, and that's what I'm going to provide here. RPC URL, paste here. This is what you have to use because every single account will have a different API key and you have to use your own. Now you can simply save it, come back to the application, and let's cancel this one. Cancel, I'm cancelled. Now I can simply give a reload, and you will find that it's going to simply reload the page and I'm connected with the network. I'll simply click here and I'm having no issue. I'm successfully connected. What if I want to delete this particular network? I'll simply come back here, switch my network, and I'll come back here and I can click here, click on delete, delete, and I have deleted the network. The moment I will reload the page, is going to simply open this pop-up model automatically. So you can see I'm not getting any confirmation. I'll simply do the inspect element and see. Right now, I don't have any issue. Every single thing is good. Right now, you can see this is the JSX warning. Just keep it as it is, not an error. So we got it. Now I can simply come back here in the MetaMask and you will find that I'm connected with this particular network. I'll simply give a reload, or I can simply come back here, open a new tab, click on localhost, and it will open the MetaMask. Right now it's not opening. You can see I have loaded couple of times and finally it got started. Finally it's got triggered. I've loaded couple of times the browser and it's triggered. Now I can click on approve and the network is added successfully. If I show you the MetaMask, the network is added successfully and every single thing is there. Or if it's not showing up, you can simply do one thing. You can go with the manual configuration. So I'll come back here. I can simply delete this one and I can simply give a reload. Right now you can see it's not showing up. It's showing up this time, but sometime it will not show up. In that scenario, you have to do the manual configuration, okay? And switch back to the network. Now click on approve and have added the network successfully. Got it? I'll simply click on reload and I have done with that. Now I have to simply register myself. So this is the account which I have used for deploying the contract. So I have to simply register myself as a doctor for this account. So first I'll click on this register. First I will simply clear my history. Go back to account setting, clear tab, and here I have done that. Click on this doctor registration. It will simply open and I have to click on connect and I'm connected. You can see it will open and it will say user is not registered. If I reload one more time, you will find it will open, but it will come back here and it will say user is not registered. So I'll simply click here and I can provide the details. So I'll say Mr. I can say Hussein and I can simply give all the details. Mail, I'll say my brothers are doctor. I can give the valid addresses. So make sure to provide the real data. I'll give the number. I can give the real data. I can give the college name. You can give the college ID. You can pick a joining. You can pick a ending. Make sure to provide the valid details, specialization. You can registration ID. You can paste it. You can put a college address and you can paste your vault address. So you have to paste because you're going to register yourself. Simply copy and that's what you have to paste here. Got it? Now you have to upload your file. So upload your profile. Click here and I will go back to my profile, which is this one, and here it's uploading. You can see it's uploaded successfully. Now I have to give a description about myself. So I'll simply come back here and I'm going to simply get some, let's come back here, get some text from here and you can provide it, the details. Now you can click on this add doctor and here it's processing. You can see the transaction in the process. It will open this model and we are creating our account as a doctor. So click on confirm and here the transaction is happening. Just a moment. You can click on the MetaMask and you can see the transaction in the process. We are paying this much fund and this fund will go straight away to the admin. So just a moment, soon the transaction will complete. The reason why it's taking a little bit time because this time we are doing the transaction on the actual test network. Got it? So just a moment. And finally the transaction is completed and we have registered ourselves. And you will come back to the profile section and you can see this particular dashboard would be visible because you are an admin. You are an admin because we have provided the exact address right up here. Admin. If you provide any other addresses, is not going to be matched and is going to be visible. So you have to provide the exact address which you have used for deploying the contract and you have to create your account with the same account. Got it? I can create my account. I can come back to the patient section. I can go back to the doctor section because this is what I have registered. So I have to approve myself. When you will create your account, you have to approve yourself. So I'll simply click here, click on this approve doctor. It is going to make a call and I have to click on this confirm transaction. The transaction is happening. I can click here and you can see the transaction in the pending state. Once the transaction will complete, this particular doctor would be approved. And I can able to register all the medicine, all the action which I can able to perform as an admin. And the transaction is completed. The doctor is approved. I can come back here. You can able to find we are approved. If I go back to the doctor section, if I go back to the dashboard section, there you will find my profile is visible here. In the same way, I can simply come back here. I can switch back to account number 2, which I have not used. Click on connect and you will find that I'm simply logged out. I'm not registered. So I can register as a patient or as a doctor. Both I can do. If I want to register myself as a doctor from account 2, I can click here. I can provide the details. I'll say make sure to provide the last details and I can simply go all with this same data. And let's provide this one. Make sure to give the actual details. Pick here. Now I can give a specialization, registration, and give the college address. And I can pick the void address. So again, I have to come here. I'm going to pick my account. That's what I'm going to select here. Come back here. Select the image. It will be uploading. Now I can come back here. I can simply copy this one. Come back here. And simply do the add doctor. And it's going to make a transaction. And this doctor would be registered. So let's confirm the transaction. You can open this MetaMask and you can see we are paying the fund and this fund will go to the admin and this doctor would be registered. So after the submission of the doctor, admin should approve the doctor. So just wait. Find the transaction is completed and we'll come back to the dashboard. So this is the dashboard will be visible to the doctor. You can see it will have the patients. Right now there is no patients notification, only one notification for the registration and you will find the shop, nothing else. You can toggle to light and dark mode. You can see the notification. Now I have to simply switch back. So if I come back to the profile section, there you will find all the details about the details which you have provided. Now what I will do, I'll come back to the admin, which is this one. And the moment I will switch, it will reflect me all of this dashboard section. From there, I can able to control. So I can come back to the doctor. You will find the doctor who registered. There it's not approved. So I have to approve. I can simply verify his documentation and they can approve. So I'll simply click here, click on approve doctor and this doctor would be available and user can able to book an appointment and take a consultancy. So I hope you have understood how you have to do the setup. This is very straightforward, which you have to follow. Okay. So just a moment, let the transaction get complete and find the transaction is completed and the doctor is approved. Now I can come back here and I can add the patient. So admin have the power to add the patient manually. I can come back here and I can update. I can simply go to profile. So if I come back to update, then I can able to find all the things like how much money we are charging for fee. I can easily able to update this all as well. I can come back to your appointment and you can able to see all the appointment as a doctor. You can able to add the medicine. You can provide all the details. Click on add medicine and you can provide all of these details and this medicine will be reflecting here. So make sure to watch this video. Watch this video in which every single thing is explained. If you truly watch this video and understand, everything would be clear. So I hope you have understood that what exactly you will have got in the final source code and how you have to do the setup. So make sure to follow exactly the way I have explained and watch the video. Watch this video to understand even in more details that how you have to do the setup. So that's the only thing from my end. If you have any question, any doubt, do let me in the comment section. I'll definitely try to help you in that. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.